All right, y'all, welcome to the vlog. Today's video is going to be about the 7 things that I learned, 7 lessons I learned throughout my writer's block, through my slump. For those of you who don't know me, I went through a few years there where I just wasn't happy with anything I was writing, and I'm kind of on the other side of that now, producing stuff that I'm actually really excited about. So my goal with this video is to kind of teach you guys what I learned and hopefully help y'all with a slump or a writer's block that you may be going through. For most of these videos though, most of these scenes, I did shoot them down at Whitecap Beach in South Padre. So while I'm headed to the beach, if you guys haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and click that little subscribe box down there. If you haven't thumbs up the video and you like what you're seeing so far, go ahead and hit that thumbs up. You can always undo it later if you don't like it, but otherwise, I'm gonna head out and go to South Padre. Y'all come along with me. Thanks, y'all. All right, guys, so first thing that I learned from my slump, point number 1 is just relax, y'all. I know it's easier said than done, and pretty much any article or any video you watch is gonna say that to you. Just relax. But honestly, it's true. Just be easy on yourself. Everybody hits writer's block. Everybody gets in a slump. Everybody thinks at some point that they, aren't doing it right, aren't doing a good job, but just take it easy. Take a breather, step away from the project, and just kind of find something, and whether it's, going to the beach or whatever it is, just find something that'll get your mind off of it, something you enjoy doing that'll help you relax. And I promise you, once you're doing something you actually enjoy and something that makes life easy for you, kind of helps relieve some of the tension, inspiration will come to you. And guys, that brings me to point number 2. Inspiration is going to happen when it happens. You can look up all the articles, all the tips and tricks, all the videos you want to about how other people do it. Trust me, I've done it. It's fine. You can pull, techniques from them. But honestly, at the end of the day, if you're not relaxed, you're not doing something you enjoy, inspiration's not going to come to you. If you're forcing yourself into a role where your brain is just not comfortable, then it's not going to have those aha moments. So like I said in point number 1, you have to relax, because point number 2 is inspiration happens when it happens. But guys, here's the reality of it. When inspiration does hit, that's not going to be enough. Inspiration can really only take you so far. When it comes down to it, and that's why this is point 3, you have to set the mood. Right now I'm shooting this video out at South Padre Island. I'm at Whitecap Beach, and while it's gorgeous out here, there are a lot of distractions around me. But when I get home, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go into my hobby room, my little recording setup that I have there. I'm gonna sit down with my headphones on, and I'm gonna put this all together. Because full products, whether it's a song, an essay, anything creative, requires work. It requires dedication. It requires time. And you have to make sure you're in an area, in a zone, in a headspace that you can devote your focus to that creative endeavor without being pulled 1,000 different directions. Even if you have other people around you, that's fine, but those people should be dedicated to that same purpose, or they should just be background. Like I said, I have a lot of people around me right now. I have a lot of distractions around me right now. But when it comes down to my final product, when it comes down to my work and the time that I'm going to put into this, it's going to be by myself in a room with headphones on, because that's how I focus. And that's why this is point number 3, you got to set the mood. All right, guys, so point 4. It's probably one of the most important lessons I learned through my whole slump. Not everything you're going to write is going to be good. Just plain and simple, some of the stuff you write is gonna suck. So point 4 is go with your creative gut, even if it sucks. You could have, you know, a moment of brilliant inspiration, and you could set the mood, and you could be relaxed and comfortable, and what ends up being the final creation could be awful. It might be, but I was going through this point, through my slump and everything, and I hit this point where I was trying to write, but everything I was writing just didn't sound good to me, and I told my sister, I was like, everything I'm writing is just garbage. She looked at me and she was like, so write the garbage. The most important part about that lesson is that I was still writing, and even if the whole project, even if the total project, the end result is garbage, there's still little bits and pieces in there that you can pull from and put into other projects. So guys, point number 4, go with your creative gut, even if it sucks, because you're gonna be able to pull things from that. Point 5, guys. Point 5 is save your scraps. You may, like I said in point 4, you may write just an awful piece. You may come up with just a terrible creation, but there are little pieces in there that you can pull that will actually be good, and those pieces you want to hold on to. Save your scraps. Don't get too hung up on them, because I found myself going back to old scraps, like, why couldn't I make this work? But save them. Some of my scraps from years ago I just got around to using, but at least I have them there and I can throw them in. You get really excited because something you had for so long is finally getting used. So guys, don't throw away your scraps. Yeah, if something's awful, like a little piece of it's awful, toss that piece, but save the scraps, especially the really good scraps that you wish were in something better. So if you write something you don't like, but there's like a part of it that you really wish you would put into something else, save it. All right, that's point 5, y'all. We're headed home now, y'all, but lesson number 6 that I learned from my writer's block: every now and then you gotta let someone else lead the creativity. It's nice to be in charge, you feel a little bit more pride in it, but every now and then when you get stuck, it helps to just let someone else lead. Oh yeah? It helps to just let someone else lead the creativity. I found myself going back to classic country, back to Merle Haggard, George Strait, back to the old school country, Jim Reeves even, and just kind of going over their music. You'll find as you start to even do covers, if you do like fan fiction, just let someone else kind of lead the creativity and just come up with your own ideas, because your creativity then is gonna start running, gonna start flowing. At that point, it will hopefully lead you into your own stuff and your own original work. So lesson number 6, just let someone else lead the creativity every now and then. All right, y'all, I'm back home now. Had a good day at the beach down there with the family, running around. It was my daughter's first time at the beach, my first time at the Gulf. I mean, I spent years on the East Coast, but that was my first time at the Gulf. So it was a lot of fun. The water was actually perfect, but I did want to kind of come back and hit on that last little lesson. I promised you guys 7. So lesson number 7 that I learned throughout my slump: self-doubt is real, y'all. It is real. It's going to get to you. The best thing you can do whenever you start facing self-doubt is have people that you can trust will give you honest feedback. It's so easy sometimes to hear the same thing over and over and over when you're writing, and then start doubting even something you were truly excited about, something that you thought was the coolest thing when you first wrote it. Self-doubt really is real, y'all. It is a lot of the reason that a good portion of my stuff never made it past the first verse. I had some really cool stuff that I was excited about that I just played to death. And you have to realize that when you start getting bored with something, it's not necessarily that it is a boring piece. It's that you've heard it 1,000 times. And that's just the reality of being a creative person. If you don't move at a certain speed, your brain is going to get bored with it. So that's lesson number 7, y'all. Don't take it too personal when you start getting bored with the stuff you've written. Set it aside. come back to it later, try to work it into something else. But just know that if you were excited about it when you first wrote it, it's probably pretty good. So again, take it easy on yourself, because self-doubt will get the best of you. Thought I was done? Not quite. I did have seven lessons, and I gave you 7, but I had one more that I didn't really learn from my slump that I wanted to include in this one because I just think it's a great outlook on life. It's just a quote I heard years ago that stuck with me, and the quote goes, "You'll always have a reason not to." Granted, I heard that quote in relation to working out. You know, somebody, I don't know if they got it from somewhere, but one of the guys that I was in the Navy with told me when I wasn't really feeling like it, he was like, "You're always going to have a reason not to. You'll always have a reason not to do something." And really, that's just an outlook. If you are looking for a reason, if you're looking for excuses, you're always going to find one. If you're looking for a way to do it, if you're looking for a way to get through and really create that project, you're going to find a way to do it. It may not be right now, it may not be tomorrow, but you'll get there. So, bonus little quote of the day, whatever you want to call it, you'll always have a reason not to. All right, guys. Well, that's all I've got for today. If you guys haven't liked, subscribed, commented, shared, any of that, go ahead and just down below, you can hit that little red subscribe button, subscribe. You can hit the thumbs up and like the video. If you got some content out of this, if you got some, inspiration from this video, go ahead and subscribe. I promise I'll be putting out more videos, whether it be music, whether it be vlogs. I'm planning on continuing this trend for as long as I can possibly manage it. I was recently laid off, not because of, COVID or pandemics or riots or anything like that, but my company was acquired by another company and they didn't need my position anymore. So I actually have a little bit more free time right now. I'm going to take this opportunity to focus, pretty heavily on my music and on this channel. If you guys like what I'm doing, if you like what you're seeing, send it out, get it out there, spread it around. Hopefully I can take this opportunity, we can take this opportunity to build this into a full-blown channel that I can actually make into my career. So otherwise, guys, I honestly do just enjoy putting this stuff out. I enjoy making these videos. I enjoy, the love and support that I get from you guys, and I enjoy music. I love music. I love creating, and I love singing and playing guitar. So if you guys haven't subscribed. If you haven't like it. If you haven't shared it, share it. Otherwise, come back here next week. I'm going to have another video, whether it be music, whether it be vlog. I'm just going to have more videos for you. So keep a lookout, and I'll see you next week. Thank y'all so much. Love y'all. Bye.